Hello everybody, Gibbs-O-Matic here, and today I want to be talking about what are my top DLCs for Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5. Yesterday, MrBossFTW, which is another YouTuber, he made a video about what is the best DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online. And what he did was, in the comments, people could thumbs up the comment that they thought was the best DLC. I'll link his video down in the description because it kind of is what inspired me to do this video. He's an amazing YouTuber. Go check him out if you don't know who he is. I was thinking about what are my favorite DLCs in Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5. And I came up with my top DLCs in order. It's not talking about like patches or like updates, kind of like the content creator or something like the capture mode, something like that. It is just pretty much DLCs, and it's not talking about the patches that came with. Before we get into it, as of recording this video, the High Life DLC is the top rated comment on his video, on MrBossFTW's video. It has like about 1,050 likes or something. So first off, my favorite DLC is the High Life. And, a lot of people really like the High Life. The High Life gave us a second garage, the Zentorno supercar, Massacro, the Huntley S, the Thrust motorcycle, a few clothing items, and a few masks and stuff like that, and the bullpup rifle. My second choice is probably first in content, like in vehicles that I like. And the thing about the High Life is that it added a second garage, which was it added updated interior also, but I don't really go to my actual apartment often. It's usually I just go to my garage, so I don't really care about the new updated interior. But the Zentorno is a pretty cool supercar, probably not my favorite supercar. I still like the Entity and the Cheetah and those cars better, but it's a nice car. It's a lot of people's favorite cars in the game. The Massacro, which I don't have it in GTA 9 just because I don't want to spend $300,000 on a sports car that I probably wouldn't drive often, but a lot of people do like that car. The Huntley S, which I'm just not a big fan of SUVs, so that's why. And the Thrust, which it's more of like a cruising bike, which whenever I drive bikes, it's usually in races, so I usually use like a Batty 801 or maybe a Ruffian, something like that. And the bullpup rifle is a pretty nice weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it's a pretty cool assault rifle. And the clothing items were mostly suits and stuff, which, I may wear every now and again. Next, we have the Hipster update, which the Hipster update added probably some of the best cars in GTA Online. It added 7 new cars, but it didn't really add any supercars or sports cars, something like that. But it had some pretty unique ideas. It had the smart car, which is called the Panto. It had the Dubsta 6x6, added the Pagale, and it also added the Antique Pistol and the Antique Cavalry Dagger, which I don't really like those two weapons, but they're okay. You may use them every now and again, but nothing real special there. They also added some amazing clothing items, some t-shirts, some scarves, some cool hats, and it also added the gold paint jobs, the brushed gold and the pure gold, which is pretty neat. But I probably would put the Hipster update above the High Life if the High Life did not add a second garage. Because if the Hipster update came out and there wasn't a second garage that I could have, I probably would not have bought pretty much any of the vehicles. I wouldn't have bought my Pagale, which is one of my favorite cars in the game. Probably wouldn't have bought the Dubsta 6x6, vehicles like those, because I wouldn't have enough space. But now, because of the second garage, I can actually put those cars and buy them because of that. Next, I have the Business Update DLC, which added the Turismo R, it added the Jester and the sports car and the Alpha. Now, on vehicles, it wasn't really the best for vehicles. It added the Turismo. It's a cool supercar. I liked it at first, but I don't drive it often anymore. The Jester I never bought, but it's a pretty nice car. The Alpha I bought, sold it the next day. Like, sold it right after I bought it because it's just not my kind of car. And the Vestra was also added in that DLC, which, I mean, I'm not going to spend almost $1 million on a plane that I might not use. It also added a few clothing items in the business, which was pretty cool. The business didn't really have the best clothing items, although it did add some very nice masks. And it also did add the special carbine and the heavy pistol, both of which I really like. Both weapons I really like. Special carbine is probably one of the best weapons to use in the game. Next, I have the Independence Day DLC, which it didn't add anything that I really liked, except for kind of the clothing and then maybe the musket and the firework launcher. I mean, it added 2 vehicles, which I didn't really ever use. I didn't buy them, actually. And now that they're gone, but I don't really care. It had the Liberator monster truck, which was pretty cool, and the Sovereign motorcycle, which I don't really like either. I mean, the monster truck is cool, but I'm not going to spend something like $750,000 or something. Some ridiculous money for that. For a Pegasus vehicle. It also added a few masks, which, I mean, they're limited edition. I don't really care about them. But it did also have the special crate drops where you could get the beer hats, which was kind of cool. That was a pretty cool idea. But overall, the DLC was fun, but not the best content. Next, I have the Flight School, which was just released a few weeks ago. And the thing about the Flight School is that it added the Cockade Classic, which was a very nice car. Probably not the best car in the game because it is a sports classic, but it's a pretty nice car. Added the Besra training jet, the luxury Swift helicopter, and the Miljet, which I don't really like the Besra. It's cool, but I didn't buy it. The Miljet, it's kind of cool. It can hold 16 people, but I don't really like it. And the luxury Swift, which I actually do like, but I didn't buy it in GTA 9. But if I do fly it around in single player or something like that, I do like that. It added the flight suit and the flight cap, which are pretty cool, but it didn't really add anything good, I guess. Didn't add any new weapons, didn't add any new masks, added the flight school, like the actual flight school, which was cool. You got the t-shirt, but I don't really like that. Next, I have the Valentine's Day Massacre DLC, which was pretty... How do you say? I did not play that time because I didn't think about it, because I only bought like one suit, like one pinstripe suit. I bought the Roosevelt, actually. I didn't like it, and I got rid of it to get a Turismo, which is probably one of my worst decisions ever in Grand Theft Auto Online, but, you know, it's not the best car, I guess. It kind of is like, it has some cool features, but not really anything customizable, which I didn't like about that. That's why I probably got rid of it. But it was kind of cool. It added the Gusenberg Sweeper, which, like I said, I don't use it much. But I still have it. Next, we have the BeachBum update, which was, I believe, the first update for Grand Theft Auto 5 and in Grand Theft Auto Online. And it added the Bifta, the Paradise, and some other car I can't remember right now. But in the boat, I think it was like Speeder or something. And that just tells you how much I didn't like this DLC, because I can't even remember the names of the cars that much. But And the clothing items weren't that good. The S&S pistol, I don't use pistols often, except for like the AP pistol or something. And the bashed bottle, I don't use melee often, so, you know. But everything was free until I believe the High Life came out. Everything was free, which was nice, but of pure content, it wasn't that good. And now like the BIFTA cost like $75,000 in GTA Online or something, and you know that's I don't know. And then finally we have the Winter Holiday DLC, which I put this last because it was cool, but everything from that DLC is gone. Like everything in that DLC was free. It added a few masks, it added a few clothing items, and the snow for one day. But all the items in that DLC are gone now, which is kind of sad. Even if you bought them, although they were free. So, but I just remember going in through all the masks and you know just driving around, having fun with the snow, and you know I also made a video yesterday about the snow in Grand Theft Auto Online. So if you want to check that out, then you could go check that out. Probably in the description. Those are my DLCs. Let me know in the comments what your DLCs are. I really want to know. Check out MrBossFTW. Check out his video. Maybe vote in the comments if you want to. I want to know what you guys think. Hope you all enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video.